Portfolio review. I don't know how to say your name. Mauricio? I could be wrong. When will you update the portfolio review list? Probably after this stream. The Spotify thingy says no song is currently playing. Oh, you can always do this. I'm going to have to look into why that's happening. Anyways, let's switch over. All right, so first up, text your artist, open for opportunities. Feels good. Aru, what's up? How you doing? So, we'll start with Meet Matt, which is probably one of the cooler challenges I've seen. Oh, this is awesome. It's got all the post effects. I actually really like the materials, though. They speak to the style you were going for. The theme is like dead on. So if you go to the scrap box, you can see the portfolio review list. And there's a form that you fill out on there. It's pretty short. It's like 3 questions. Maybe 4. I think it's 3. And then your name goes into an Excel sheet, and then I add you that site, and then you can see what order the reviews are coming down the line. So this is cool. This material here, I'm actually expecting maybe to have a little bit more reflective properties. Just a little bit. Just some breakup in there, maybe. Like this darker stuff, I would feel would be like more less reflective, like the rest is. But then maybe like this stuff in here minus the cracks would be a little bit more reflective. Just some breakup. Overall, though, it's pretty cool. This one. This is dope. Mad Cow, dude. Thanks for the follow. Oh, man. Energy Live. Thanks for the Prime. I did not see that. Sorry, man. Could I have that Spotify playlist? Told you I'd sub. Thanks, dude. So this looks pretty cool. Oh, I like that you used it. Like, I know that there's this huge discussion around, like, if you should have, what is going on? Why is my mouse? That was weird. It was like, I'm going to track around. Melikov, dude, thanks for the Prime. Thanks. So, this looks pretty cool. There's a huge discussion around, like, if texture artists should be using, or substance designers should be using spheres and stuff, and I don't see the point of the conversation. I do like to see it used in context, but I mean, at the end of the day, we're just looking at a material, you know what I mean? How does it look? How's the shape, the form? How's the light cast across it? That's really what we're interested in, right? And a sphere shows all that, especially if you do 2-point lighting like this. But seeing it in use like this is pretty interesting because then I start to get a sense of scale and like how you're trying to use the shape or how you're trying to use the material. And I mean, I know it's just look, it's like a sphere still, and this is the cylinder. You know, it's not. I mean, it's just in a different context. But, yes, I would say one of the only things that's... Oh, that albedo looks pretty nice. I like these shapes here. So right now, your roughness, which I'm guessing is this guy here, because this is your height and your normal, your roughness is lacking some variety in it. I know that this is a very dry, kind of almost chalky rock, right? But making sure that you have maybe even like, just so that you can see the surface telling a bit of a story, even though it is just a tileable, and you wouldn't want to put this in a tileable material, but like a dripping, leaking water pattern across it would be awesome. Like seeing like water coming down this and just leaking around would look super good. Again, if you were using this texture in engine, you probably wouldn't do that, but you're showing off your material skills, you know? Go to town. Go to town. So somehow wetness always makes things look better. So it's either wetness or, if we want to get really technical, it's roughness range. The more range you can show roughness-wise from black to white, logically, the better it looks. And then obviously compositional rules apply to that. Like you don't want your roughness like all over the place. It just looks crazy. But like, yeah, having some variety in there, like you don't just put the wetness across the surface. You have to, if where the water is, there needs to be an effect that changes the color of the albedo. And not just darker, but where it's more porous, it's darker and richer in color. And where it's less porous, it maintains the color of the original material. That look, Quilly, what's up, man? How you doing? That's the main reason why adding metal elements is really good to your to a scene where you have a lot of diffused roughness, where you have really rough materials. I guess you would say diffused specular. I could be wrong. Anyways, that material looks pretty cool. Yeah, testing your stuff in several light settings is always kind of nice. I mean, if you're in like a good PBR range, it usually holds up pretty well in any lighting scenario, which is nice. Yeah, and because it's in-game, you got to make sure it's pretty realistic as far as like visually pleasing. Realistic visually pleasing versus realistic reality are two different things when it comes to experiencing something in real time. This is awesome. I love that owl. Is that like a real... Is that a brand? Like an actual brand? I have no idea. I'm not a gun person. But your roughness variation in this grip is freaking dope. What are we... This is getting too... This is too serious. It's too moody. Yeah, presentation on this is super nice. Dude, the fact that you pull that back, I'm like, what is that? It's pulled back and the chamber actually tilted up a little bit. That's totally a thing. That's an RMR, if I can remember right. It's cool, man. So the font here in the inner chamber is a little, it feels a little pasted on. I don't know if it might be the size of the text or how deep it is. Just maybe how harsh the lighting angle is. Could be doing it. But dude, the way the roughness is right here, it's like I can feel that someone's held the gun and then put their finger to the side. Respio, dude, 8 months. What? Sick, dude. Thanks, man. Oh, this is cool. I love seeing the angle that players expect to. You know, you want to see what it looks like from the player perspective, if it's a first-person shooter, of course. And yeah, this is dope. Maya ZBrush. Ooh. Oh, you know, that's interesting, actually. We're going to look at the real-time version. Because that's really interesting. The poly count is hidden really well. Like, I saw this wireframe, and I was not expecting it to be that low. got your rifling in there. It actually, there's a bullet in the chamber as well. The rifling actually looks less than it's supposed to be. Like, I think there's supposed to be another ring of rifling in there. Just one more loop. Could be wrong. Yeah, this is awesome though. Super nice. Oh, you did a breakdown article too? Oh man. Dude, awesome. Good job. Ooh. Ooh, dude. Quilly, you seen this right here? This spot right here has me tickled. I'm feeling that. That feels... You kind of want to touch it and then realize you just burnt your hand off. This looks solid. Solid. It's in parts. It looks solid in parts, and then other parts very molteness. Oh, that cough. Not nearly as much this time though. Oh, that's cool. You have like the hardened, dried up version. I'd actually be really interested to see an animated cooling of the lava. It's hot in many ways. Yes. So the portfolio is what would I say? Like, it's not small. It's very selective right now. I feel like these two, like I would maybe remove the Marmoset viewer text. Maybe you could put like CG Society and Marmoset, and then you could click that and then have both of these combined into one. Or just no text and then just maybe like an angle of the gun. And then have your two materials next to each other. See, it really depends, because like it says you want to be a texture artist. And all of these are showing me texture. Obviously, it sounds like I haven't read the details, so I'm assuming group your works in context, yes. I'm assuming that you modeled this, since I haven't read I haven't read the text. But I would put your materials near each other. I'd put the gun next, and then the meat mat to the back here. Meat mat is probably your it's probably your weakest of the bunch right now. That lava, man, that's freaking... Yeah, that feels good. That feels good. Like, the resolution here, because you're showing it off so big, I don't know if this is 4K. I would see if... I don't know if it even supports higher than that. If you can, render out an 8K version of it, just to get all that, like, juicy detail that you worked so hard on. Yeah, it's pretty nice though. I would love to see some more materials from you, and as you add more materials, make sure to add variety. Like, it's good you have rock, it's good you have lava. Get creative with it. Like, is it Daniel? I always say his last name wrong. Is it Tiger? There's no way it's Tiger. I'd remember that. It's Tiger. Is it pronounced Tiger? Oh man. You gotta tell me. It is? Oh my god, that's amazing. Oh, I'm gonna cry. I'm crying with happiness. I'm so glad the camera's off. I just realized the camera's off. Boop. I'm not crying. I'm not emotional. Oh, man. I am reviewing some portfolios. Doggo. Pow! What's up, man? You asked him at GDC. You're like, dude, is it real? Are you really Mr. Tiger? Yeah. So, Daniel, dude, he adds variety and explores areas you wouldn't even imagine in substance designers. So it's like, if you can, totally go all over the place. Is it real? But yeah, variety, more materials, more. I need more textures. Yeah, let's move on to the next. I should probably press that I'm doing portfolio reviews. That text that's up there. We're going to transition real quick, and then I'm going to go on to the next portfolio. This is pretty solid, though, man. Things are looking good. I just need more materials. I don't really have too much to say. I think maybe when you add 2 more materials, maybe add this guy to a blog or something, just because it doesn't fit with your the rest of what you're trying to do. The other thing maybe I would suggest doing, because I haven't really seen this too much, is as you start to become pretty filled out with materials, maybe start asking artists if they need materials. More materials with materials. Did I say that? I'm tired, okay? More materials with materials, guys. Gosh. So I would suggest, since I haven't seen this yet, and I don't know if this will work out or not, partnering up with an artist and supplying them with materials, and then using some of their assets to show your materials off. So that way it's more than just spheres, and you basically you'll get all the sphere complainers, the spherites. You'll get them where it hurts. All right, I'll be right back. Next portfolio, where we material the materials. Starflare, what's up?